Time Mage is the made its debut in this game on Final Fantasy V. This is where certain spells that made its earlier debuts get reassigned to the Time Mage instead. And Time Magic has actually been actually improved in more later games than it did in its default debut. But it's actually one of the more interesting support mage jobs that you do get in the entire game. Not to mention it has very reliability in utilizing rods. Hi, I'm RotorStorm331, back to doing a guide for Time Mage. And Time Mage is, like I said before, is the debuted in this game. So basically it combines various spells from the previous games and throws them into Time Mage. Some actually make their only one-time appearance, such as Speed and Return, whereas some of the others, like Regen and Quick, make later returns in later installments. Some spells like Float, Haste, and Slow get put into this class of magic, and it also marks the introduction of gravity spells such as Gravity and Garavga. It also includes in this game in general. It also includes Comet and Meteor spells. So in terms of stat modifiers, it gets +5 on Strength, +2 on Agility, -3 on Stamina, and 24 plus on Magic. So when you master this job, you're basically aiming for the Magic. It's actually got a way better stat modifier than I'm kind of thinking it has a better stat modifier than Geomancer, Blue Mage, and White Mage. I could be wrong. Geomancer might have 24, but I would have to look it up when I get another chance. But technically, it's actually one of the more better jobs. It probably ranks third outside Black Mage and Summoner in terms of having one of the more better modifiers for magic in the entire game. Basically, to learn Time Magic, you'll be spending at least the first 6 levels mastering the Time Magic. So as you progress in learning Time Magic, the stat modifier for the Time Magic improves by quite a bit each time you make it up to level 6, which becomes +24. The final ability you get from this job is Equip Rods, which is the level 7 ability. Rod breaking in this game is pretty powerful, because when you break rods in this game, you get access to Aga spells when you do that. Of course, that also means you'll wind up losing the rod in question, but you get to unleash powerful magic that does way high damage, depending on the job you have it equipped on, for most parts. So technically, Black Mage and Summoner can pretty much easily break rods with no problems and get very high damage thanks to their magic modifiers. But anyway, I will go over the list of magics that you do get from in regards to Time Magic, so I'm going to go over those right now. Banish is essentially an instant death spell on any enemy or all enemies, but it only affects one. So basically, it's just like a big, huge, instant destroying spell, and you'll probably have to get that from Phantom Village. I think that's where you'll get that from. Comet, of course, allows you to attack one enemy, but the problem is that its damage is random. Same as Meteor, which is actually the strongest time magic in the entire game. That you get at Serpent Trench, Sea Serpent Trench at World 3. Float, of course, allows you to protect your party members from earth attacks. And it also protects them from floor damage tiles, which are normally encountered in Extet's Castle and Sea Serpent Trench. Gravity and Graviga allow you to pretty much have HP off of enemies, which is very good if you're planning to use Beastmaster. Graviga has about least depletes enemies' HP by 7.5/8 of its HP, whereas Gravity only takes off 50% of the HP. Haste and Hastica are spells that used to be boost up your party members' agility and fill up your ATB bars pretty quickly. Hastica is also debuts in this game, I might add. At least I think I'm right. Mute has the ability of silence every enemy as well as party members' magic, which makes it a very dangerous spell to use. So if you're playing with Warrior, jobs. This doesn't really affect them unless they're using Spellblade. But a lot of enemies have high resistance against silence later on in the game. Old is the only spell that debuts in this game along with a few others. Basically what it does is that for every second that they're afflicted with old status, their stats will start to decrease every second. So if the battle turns out incredibly long, their overall stats will get weaker and weaker as it progresses until they heal themselves or they get KO'd. Quick is essentially the ability to cast a spell to get you 2 additional actions. So basically, it's pretty much the same as Final Fantasy VI is Quick. And it also debuts in this game as well. So basically, you can do physical attacks, or if you've already mastered dual cast, you can basically equip that with Quick, and you can basically get 2 spells, at least up to 4 castings, pretty much. The first one for Quick, and then the other 2 for dual casting for the next 4, to get up to at least 4 castings. Regen also debuts in this game, and this allows you to heal your party members periodically for a certain amount of time. Of course, regen will improve over the course of later games, but it's not nearly as fast as this version, unfortunately. Slow and Sloga can be used to lower your enemy's ATB, so their chances to get attacks and turns will be less. And like Hasega, Sloga also makes its debut here. Speed also kind of causes some pretty bizarre things, like either speed up the battle or slow it down. But it's pretty bonkers. Return is also another spell exclusive to this game, and basically it just restarts the entire battle back to where everyone's HP was pretty much the same. So if you're on the verge of being wiped out, you can use Return, reset everything, and just do everything differently. This spell's rather infamous with Omniscient, who's notorious for basically restarting the battle and making the battle virtually too long. So if you don't get very good jobs in 4-job Fiesta, you might not want to go after Fork Tower. Stop, of course, also inflicts the ability to immobilize an enemy for a certain amount of time. And Teleport allows you to basically enable your party members to escape out of a dungeon or anywhere that can be used anywhere. At least. So technically, with Time Magic, it's kind of difficult to decide as to where to combine it with. You can definitely combine Time Magic with White Mage. They could probably get some benefits with the support abilities you would normally get in addition to healing and buffing. Or you can combine some of that with Black Mage, and you could get some debuffs and additional offense abilities with higher magic stat than Time Mage, this normal ability for the most part. But Time Magic is going to be pretty useful in certain areas. You would only need to master this job only if your goal is to pretty much get equipped rods. And technically that would benefit anyone going into mage roles, because you could then break those rods and hit Aga spells in turn with that ability alone. Alright, we're going to take a small break, and then we're going to cover the last job, which is Ranger, and I'll be right back in a moment.